Good evening, YouTube, or good morning, whichever case you choose. Ailments here. And if you ask me, Josh, what is one of your favorite types of games to play? Indie RPGs would be the answer. And if you ask me, well, what was one of your favorites? That's a very good question. And for those of you who are new to the channel, this game that you'll be looking at, Wine and Roses, happens to be one of them. Was created by a person on YouTube known as crazetex. That was known as Craze in the RPG Maker forums, and we're going to be starting right now. All right. This man's name is Francisco. He needs your help. You see, his beloved demons that he had running around Fort Adder decided they were going to go a little nuts. Well, here you go. It is good to have an end to journey toward, but it is the journey that matters in the end. Right. Here's the objective. We need to get into and clear out the fortress. The thing is, he's not actually going to be the one doing it. So here's what we do. We go straight up here into the next screen. Now, the way this game works is very simple. There are enemies that you will see on the screen, and there are barriers that you will not be able to get past. The only way to get past them is to actually beat some of the enemies in the game. By doing so, you will actually also be able to get to angels and the other spirits throughout the fort and picking up items. Some of which can be used by all three characters, and the others which can be used by only one, specifically. Speaking of, let's talk about the characters real quick. This is Argent. She is a war priest. Formerly an attorney, Argent found her true calling when was to be an exorcist. She excels at weapons attacks and defense. Just so you know, all three of these characters are, in fact, exorcists. Whoops. Carmanth. Rumored to be the daughter of a bog witch, Carmanth is quite a persuasive detective. She excels at solar spells and staying sane. I'll explain that mechanic in a minute. And finally, Nineveh. Both agile and deadly, Nineveh discovered that quickly executing demons was her art. She excels at lunar spells and precision. So what we have to do here is we have to defeat this demon to be able to get to that spirit and to be able to get to the next part of the fort. Now, Francisco plays the role of Mitsuru from, let's say, Persona 3. This creature, you have to figure out the weakness for. Oh, okay, I should also explain this. Pushing all the way right will let you end your turn. Okay? I should explain that. The way you actually get to... Wait, okay, you can't do it here. Here's what happens. Left and right lets you select the character you want to use first. And that, of course, is how you end your turn. So let's see what we can do here. Now, there are three different spells you can use at the start for each character. Each one uses one of these numbers. 1E, 2E, 2E. They represent the number underneath each character. So we're going to use the silver bolts. That was the weak point and did triple damage. In her case, we shall use the sensible strike. And in her case, let's use the gaslighter end. Now we can actually attack one more time here. So let's say we use the radiant blade, which also heals your characters. Then in her case, we use the Randy Lash. And let's barrage him. Now we can't do any more, so we end our turn. Oh, that sucks. Ow, 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 ow. Okay. That's gonna blow. So, resistance up, and we will do that to... Well, tell you what, let's do it to the one that's blinded. That gets rid of burning, which is something we're really going to need. And then in her case, we'll do silver bolts. There we go. In her case, we need to use damage up. And we're going to use that on her first, which gets rid of the ailment, and then the sensible strike. Now in her case, we have to use luck up first to get rid of blind, because otherwise we're really going to be fucked. And then, to cap off her turn, the gas leader end. Oh, you suck. Resistance. And then finally, that'll work. In her case, we can actually use 2 turns for both of our things here. That helps. And in her case, we can do that, and then the barrage. Now we can't do anything yet, so we end our turn. You will notice, by the way, that every character has a sanity meter. That's important. The lower the sanity, the lower their defense. So that's one huge thing to keep in mind. Alright, silver bolts. Boom, boom, boom. The radiant blade. That'll work. Now in her case, we have to get rid of that enhancement first, so we use damage up. You cannot, by the way, have the same enhancement twice. So in that case, it only gets rid of the ailment that she had. Okay. Now we get rid of the burning on Neve, and then the gas leader end. And done. Now I want to show you something. After every fight, even if you run away from the fight, you will find, if I can actually show you. Okay, I can't. Oh, thing. Hold on. Every character gets their maximum HP back no matter what. So even if you run away from the fight, their HP goes back up to max. Now then, we go up here, bang a right. It is justice, not charity, that is waning in the world. The spell Pyre Call can now be cast. Use the assign by pressing either X or escape. And then the angel goes away and we move on. Now, we have to assign that. Well, it has a sunspot. So who does that go to? Well, that goes to our dear friend Carmath. Some are auto-assigned, by the way. Some you have to actually physically do yourself. Go up north here, and then... Now, you can get this spirit before you go to face the next boss. We need to beat that boss to be able to go into Fort Adder itself. So, we get the Morbid Wind spell. And that one goes to Nina. Just so we're clear, you can only have 4 gifts and 4 spells assigned at a time. And by that I mean the 4 spells that you get from the spirits. Any spell or skill that you get otherwise that's auto-assigned doesn't count. So now we have to go up north here, and now we're going to have a 2-on-3. Now we have a fire monster here, and we have what looks like a vulture. So we're going to focus. Ooh, that didn't work. That sucked. You agile fucker. Alright. Let's see how you like it. Now let's see. The Pyre Call that we got takes 1 turn, but it also uses 5 sanity. So there's a double-edged sword to that. You can use it and you should use it, but you also have to be careful of your sanity meter. That, by the way, gets refilled automatically every time you either lose the fight or you win or escape. So, ooh, burning, that'll work. Now we'll use Sensible Strike. Actually, no, we'll use the Randy Lash. Knock the luck down too. That's good. We'll use the Morbid Wind on Mr. Fire Monster here. Knock the luck down. Okay. And I think we'll use the Barrage to end her turn. Okay. Can't do anything else, so end Miss. Oh, ow. Ow. You suck. Resistance up. Had to, because we had to get rid of that ailment. And we will then try to put the hurting on there. Now then, let's see. Well, already burning, so we don't have to worry about that. In case you wonder what burning means, if someone is afflicted with a burning, every turn that is not treated, they end up losing HP, and you can die from it. You can die from an ailment, so something to think about there. Weak point. Well, shit. God, I hate that. I hate that for the reason that it costs you sanity, but hey, when you figure that out, then you know. Oh, ow. You suck. Ow. Okay. Silver bolts. That'll work. And the radiant blade. The Pyre Call. Done. Goodbye. And I think we'll stick now with the Randy Lash. That'll work. Let's see, I think we'll do Morbid Wind here. But then I think we'll do a Barrage. There we go. Now it's a 1-on-3 fight. And let's see what we can do here now. Silver bolts. Come on, you. Oh! Well, that'll work. Well, we can't use fire on fire. That just doesn't work. So let's see here. Sensible straight. And the Randy Lash. Then we'll use this. And then we'll use... That'll work. Come on. Come on. Oh! You sucker. Alright. Silver bolts. Move on to the Radiant Blade. If anything, just to get somebody's HP back up. Sensible strike. We should be able to beat him with this. And we did. Now that those two enemies are beaten, we can actually walk into the fort. And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Fort Adder. Now there's about 5 different zones to the fort, and we are going to be exploring, or hoping to explore, all of them. I promise you that each one of the enemies that we're going to be facing is going to be tricky, and trying to figure out the best equipment to use is going to be the hard part. Now this game plays in many ways like Mega Man and a little game called Shadow of the Colossus. Why? Because you can face the enemies in any order, and also plays like Shadow of the Colossus simply because there are no enemies other than the boss fights that you end up facing in each one of the zones. This is the main zone that we're going to be walking into, and in the next video we're going to actually start the fight to take back Fort Adder. I'll see you then.